All right. Welcome back, everyone. We're diving deep today. And it's a topic I think we all struggle with.
Yeah, definitely.
Finding balance.
Yeah.
Um, you guys sent in some really fascinating stuff on prioritizing what matters.
Oh, yeah.
And, you know, honestly, it feels like everyone's feeling the pressure these days, right? To do it all and have it all. And
Absolutely, yeah. I mean, it's a universal struggle.
it is.
It really is. You know, even the title of the piece that we're looking at today, How to Find Balance in a Busy World.
Right.
I mean, it just kind of points to that tension, you know, between everything that we want to do and all the realities of having like a jam-packed schedule.
Yeah. Okay, so let's jump into it.
Yeah.
The source mentions actionable tips, which
Oh, I love that.
I'm here for. I'm ready to take action.
Yeah.
But where do we even begin
Right.
to untangle this whole web of busyness and actually feel some kind of balance?
Yeah, I think a good place to start is actually just recognizing what balance means in this context.
Yeah.
You know, it's not about just cramming in every single task, you know? It's
Yep.
not about trying to like check every single box.
Have it all.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's more about like aligning your actions with what you value, what you prioritize,
Right.
so that you create a sense of fulfillment and reduce that feeling of being overwhelmed. Like,
So it sounds like if you're constantly feeling that pull in a bunch of different directions, maybe that's a sign that something's a little bit off kilter. Right.
Yeah, definitely.
So, I mean, think about your own lives, you know?
Yeah.
Where do you feel that pull coming from? Is it work? Is it family? Is it those personal goals that you have?
Absolutely. And that's where this idea of like prioritizing what truly matters comes in, you know?
Yeah.
And the source we're looking at has this really cool, like practical technique. They talk about like a values-based decision-making framework. So it really encourages you to sit down and be like, okay, what are my core values? Is it family? Is it creativity? Is it personal growth? Whatever those things are for you, they're different for everybody.
Right.
And then using those values as a filter for all your decisions, you know?
That's really interesting. So instead of just kind of reacting to whatever is thrown our way, we take a second and we ask ourselves, okay, does this align with what's really important to me?
Exactly.
Okay, now this is starting to feel actionable.
Yeah, for sure. For sure.
But what about, I mean, sometimes it feels like everything's important. How do we prioritize within that?
Totally. And the source actually talks about this too. They talk about the Eisenhower matrix.
Oh, yeah. I've heard of that.
It's awesome. It's a way to kind of help you prioritize things based on urgency and importance.
Oh, okay.
So you can actually like, you know, visualize what needs to be done right now. What can I delegate? What can I just completely eliminate?
That's really helpful because I feel like I've fallen into that trap of like, everything's urgent.
Yeah.
Everything has to happen right now. So that's a really, really helpful way to kind of
Totally.
get a visual on that.
It's about being intentional with our time.
Right.
And our energy.
Yeah.
And I'll tell you, you know, I remember like when I was first starting out in my career, I felt this immense pressure to say yes to every single opportunity.
Right. You don't want to miss out.
Right. And it led to, you know, burnout, frankly, and a lot of wasted time on projects that didn't really resonate with me.
Right. They weren't fulfilling you. Yeah.
Totally. And so eventually I learned to prioritize based on my core values, like we were talking about. And I mean, it made a world of difference.
That's a great example, though, you know, that even people who are seasoned professionals still struggle with this stuff.
Oh, absolutely.
Right. We get caught up in that hustle, that go,
Mm-hmm.
and we forget to check in with ourselves and be like, wait, is this?
What am I even doing?
Yeah, what am I doing? This is crazy.
Exactly. And that's why the source we're looking at, they emphasize that regular self-reflection. Like actually setting aside time each week, even if it's just 15 minutes, to review your schedule, your commitments. Asking yourself, is this still aligned with my values, my priorities?
I like that. So it's like creating a system
Yeah.
to make sure we're staying on track and making conscious choices.
Yes.
Rather than just reacting to all the things.
Exactly. Because balance, it's not a destination, right? It's an ongoing process of, you know, adjusting and realigning and...
Yeah. So as we're wrapping up here, it seems like the biggest takeaway is define what balance means for you. Figure out what really matters.
Yeah.
And then let those things guide your decisions.
Beautifully put.
Oh, stop.
No, I mean it. And I encourage everyone listening, take some time this week to reflect on what those values, those priorities are, And then see if you can implement one small change, right? Whether it's using that Eisenhower matrix, saying no to a commitment that just like doesn't align with your values, scheduling time for something that brings you joy, it all starts with that first step.
That's good advice. All right, everyone, that's our deep dive for today. Thanks for joining us, and we'll see you next time.
Bye.
Bye.